Hustle talk plays. 365, we making a place. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so type the laces. Hard sports, all plays. Network. Hard sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. Hard sports, all plays. Hard sports, all plays.
Yo, what's going on, everybody on ASAP Network? My name's Will Polston, and I am here to bring you a great debate that we are going to have tonight. I am going to be our host, and alongside me, being one of the judges, we're going to have two other judges along with us, and our final spot in tomorrow's debate finale will be determined tonight between the two names that you see right here, between Coach Kam and Jay. But first, let's introduce the judges tonight. You all know who I am, and if you caught the debate last night, you know who our first judge is. A man who is new to the network, a man who just started his own show last night, got off to a great start over there at Jock Talk. He is one half of the Jock Talk crew. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trey Colas.
What's going on, everybody?
Trey, how you doing tonight?
Doing a little better than last night, actually. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but understandably why. But I got through it, but now I'm ready to judge some great debaters tonight. I can't wait.
All right. And next, our final judge tonight of the panel of three, a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyways. You want to talk about a man who brings the real in real talk, the man who won the first debate here on Monday, a man who is going to help us decide the final spot here tonight, Chris Brown. Chris, how we doing, my man?
Man, how you guys doing? I'm doing wonderful. It's been a great week of debates. Me destroying Freddie was great. Was great for prime time. Y'all debate was wonderful. And now, in my opinion, this is the best debate. These are two heavyweights going at it. And I cannot wait to see this debate right here, man.
All right, let's get right into the heavyweights. We'll start first with the challenger fighting out of the red corner, the other half of the Jock Top crew. This man is also new to the network, and we are so happy to have him. But, man, he's been talking in that group chat, and he's ready to show what he's worth today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jay Ness. Jay, how we feeling tonight, my man?
Oh, man, y'all know me. Always great, and ready to show up when the lights come out. So, on the road.
All right. He'll be going up against the cool, calm, and collected man of ASAP Real Talk, the one who brings us all together, the glue of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Kam Chancellor. Kam, how we doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Ready to get it on. Got pushed back to Wednesday. That's Jay's fault, but I'm ready.
For everybody viewing this, you might not know, but the trash talk between these two guys have been going on since we set the date for the debate. I mean, there was no trash talk when it came to me and Freddie. Freddie was nervous of me. There was no trash talk for the battle the other day. It was, everybody was nice. They were like, let's go. But these two guys have been trash talking. They have been building it up. This is like, I don't know. Freddie, I see you in the comments. I'll never be respectful to you, my friend. I'm just playing. Me and Freddie didn't trash talk, but these two guys, they're trash talking, and I love it.
Record straight. The trash talk, that was the game. Coach Kam and me, together already, because it's all respect, man. This is already.
I have seen countless amounts of gifts being exchanged in the group chat. Tell you what, there's no more pictures. There's no more trash talk. It's only debates from now on. We finally reached the point, and we are here, and we are ready to get this going. Fellas, you two, are you both ready today?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
All righty. Chris Brown, I think you have the honors of giving these two boys our first question of the night.
Okay. Now, This is how we're going to decide. Matter of fact, I already have the order. Coach Cam,
What's up?
first question's for you. So, there's been a lot of great basketball players, men basketball players that played in college. We've seen them all. We've seen it from the 4-year careers to the one and dones to the 3-year careers. But who is the greatest men's college basketball player ever? That is my question to you. That's how we're going to start it off. You have 2 minutes. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Go.
The greatest men's college basketball player of all time is Lou Alcindor, and it's not even close. Any other name besides Lou Alcindor is the wrong answer. You're talking about a player that only lost one game in his college career. Um, Also, you're looking at uh, 3-time champion. You can't anybody else. I mean. And I understand. I know a lot of people thought maybe I'll go with Oscar Robinson because he's from UC and he's from Cincinnati. And you talk about a person that scored almost 3,000 points in 3 years, which is unheard of. That's really unheard of. But however, you talk about the pedigree of UCLA. You talk about pairing Lou Alcindor with John Wooten. That was something special. You talk about they're one of the best teams ever to lace them up in college basketball. So for me, it's Lou Alcindor. It's not even close. Any other answer is wrong.
You have a minute left. Do you have? That's all you have to say?
I have a minute left.
Yes, sir.
Well. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there's not a whole bunch of stats I have to roll out to say that Lou Alcindor is the best there is. It's that simple. And I just feel like, far as if you're looking at everything in totality, the dominance on both ends of the floor, I mean, you just can't measure that. It's Lou Alcindor. That's the best player of all time as far as me and college basketball to lace him up.
Okay. Now, just to put this out there for Jay and Coach Kane, when I put my finger up, that means you have 10 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
And for all the younger millennial viewers out there, if you do not know who Lou Alcindor is, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because I know you guys are young and don't know sports. I love y'all. Jay, you have 2 minutes. Who is the greatest college men's basketball player of all time? I hit the timer whenever you're ready.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say as well. But I'm gonna have to do some icing on it. I mean, when we talk about him, and he mentioned, he was gonna say Oscar Robinson, but I mean, the man won the Oscar Robinson award before it was named the Oscar Robinson Award. He became, to me, arguably the best basketball player in the history of basketball beyond college. If you want to talk about scouting reports and scouting a player to become who he was, if he didn't deserve the number 1 overall pick, then nobody did. So, I mean, you gotta paint out the body of this dude and what he has done. I mean, we've looked at Patrick Ewing, we've looked at Steph Curry in these tournaments. We've looked at a lot of different people, especially nowadays. We're never gonna, in my opinion, we're never gonna amount to anybody like this as far as a college career. There's too many one and dones. There's too many, 2 and dones. And a lot of players now are having different avenues. So this man right here will go down as the all-time best. I mean, he took the UCLA Bruins to a national title multiple times. I mean, he was breaking records every time he touched the floor. So beyond what any other players could do, I mean, you look at there was nobody else that can go up against him. You look at Larry Bird, he had Magic Johnson, and that was a fight. You look at Jordan, which he didn't have much, but still, Jordan his career wouldn't even amount to this, man. So again, he's right. He did hit the nail in the coffin. But the Naismith Award winner in 1969, winning the Oscar Robinson Award before it even became Oscar Robinson Award. I mean, Alcinder's the man. And then he had a name change. It still was number 1. So he's number 1 twice.
Okay. Now, since you guys both relatively had the same answer, I'm asking both of you this. Do any of you want to rebuttal? Or do y'all both want to move on?
I mean, it's not much to really rebuttal on my end. I mean, you're just looking as far as, a 3-time, national champion, a 3-time most outstanding player, Final Four, 3-time first team All-American, consensus. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that's one of those questions where there's only one right answer.
And one thing I'll add as a stamp on this, just remember, he was the reason in 1967 Duncan was banned. The sky hook, the reason, the one major reason why they hated the sky hook is because they banned his number one offensive weapon, and he got a new one that was better. So, come on.
Okay.
All right, fellas. That'll be the end of question 1. For anybody who hasn't caught a debate yet so far, just want to give everybody, that was our first question, so you may be getting the hang of it, but everybody's going to have a 2-minute section to debate. Then everybody is offered a 1-minute section to rebuttal as well, and then we will move on after that. But that'll bring us to the end of question 1. Trey, you have the honors of bringing question 2 to these gentlemen. Feel free to take the floor. Jay will have the question first.
All right, Jay, as this team is constructed as it is right now, are the Suns a championship contender with their roster?
You have 2 minutes. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are the Suns a championship contender with this roster? You have to say yes. If you look at Oklahoma, I'm going to start with Chris Paul. You look at Oklahoma. When they came into the season last year, they weren't marked to make the playoffs. And you look at their roster, and yeah, you have an argument there. But Chris Paul is a champion. So any team he's on is championship caliber. He's a leader. Anytime, he's the captain of the ship, it's going in the right direction. Now you add a caliber of player like Devin Booker. I mean, look at Bubble Booker. That dude was awesome. So you put him with a dude that knows how to pilot the ship, knows where to put his players, knows where his players are supposed to be. And as long as they play professional, like, a lot of people say Tom Brady's a professional quarterback. You got to be in the right place at the right time. Chris Paul is kind of like that as well, but he'll still find you when you're out of place. So anytime that you put somebody like that with a dynamic duel, it's going to be there. But I mean, on top of that, I think last year we were playoff caliber. We just didn't gel to the end. We only lost Frank Kaminsky. Not a big loss in my book. Oubre is a beautiful player as far as that's concerned, but he's not a big loss for us in that concern. We're replacing him with Chris Paul. So I'll take that loss any day. So when you put that in, you have a center, a 7-footer that can extend the floor, shoot the threes, and DeAndre Ayton, and can play some defense. Yeah, you're a championship contender all day long. Now you're going in the Western Conference, so it all comes down to Mikal Bridges playing that defense and locking up those premier players. Going up against Kawhi Leonard night in and night out, going up against LeBron James night in and night out. Is he going to turn into our Raja Bell? You know what I mean? Because that's what we're going to need. So that's what we need. We need all these role players to fit in. We got our stars now, and DeAndre needs to come into his own. If DeAndre comes into the own, the league has something to worry about.
Sorry to cut you off. That's time. And remember, when I put my finger up, you have 10 seconds just to give you a warning. Coach Cam, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Time starts.
Phoenix Sun is not a championship contender. No, not at all. Now, don't get me wrong. Are they a playoff team? Possibly, yes. But I look at the thing. Yes, they added Chris Paul. Nice addition. That automatically makes them better. Devin Booker's better. But like I told people, the bubble is different. The bubble was a rec AAU field, a rec style basketball. Everybody was going off in the bubble. Bubble stats were inflated. I'm not going to fully put my eggs all in what people did in the bubble. I got to wait and see. Now when people start to have to travel to different places, jet lag, things like that take factor. And then I look at the Suns. I say they're a good team. But are they better than the Lakers? No. Are they better than the Clippers still? No. Are they better than the Nuggets? No. Are they better than the Blazers? No. And you throw teams out there like Utah, who's always formidable, great coaching in Quinn Snyder. Possibly, no. And I'm looking at my Dallas Mavericks. Possibly, no. That's six teams. That's 6 teams that I'm saying that's possibly better than the Phoenix Suns. And we talk about championship contender, not playoff contender. I'm talking championship contender. And when I look as far as championship contention, no, they're not there yet. Did they make some great acquisitions? Did they make some great moves to put themselves in playoff contention in the West? Absolutely. But those teams that I listed off right there, I still don't think they're better than, and they have to prove that they're better than. I don't think they're a championship team right now. However, they are a playoff team. But championship, that's going a little far. I think there's six teams that I could pick that's better than them in the West.
Okay. Jay, you have 1 minute to rebuttal. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. So, I mean, the question was, are they a championship contender? Yes. And your reply and everything that you said against it, it sounds just like what everybody was saying at the beginning of the year last year when Chris Paul switched over to OKC. They're not going to do this. They're not better than this. They're not better than that. It's proven in and out. Chris Paul is a champion. You put him with the star, you're going to go far. The other thing is, I mean, Coach Kam, when you're telling me that everybody's playing at their best, everybody's playing at their best, that's everybody. And come on, that means something. We didn't have Oubre. We didn't have him. We didn't play Kamitsky that much. So we shaved the extra excess off and added 2 prolific players. Okay, we're jumping leaps and bounds here. Okay, I mean, we can argue, or we can't even argue. Chris Paul's still top 3 point guards in the league. Period. Okay, Devin Booker, star power wise shooting guard, he's top 6 in the league. Period. So there's no fighting it. We're championship contender.
Coach Kam, you have 1 minute to rebuttal that. Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, time starts now.
When I think of championship contender, I'm thinking, can they finish top 3 in the West? Answer is no. They're not going to. Can they championship contender? That means you're in the upper echelon of teams. That means when you talk about who can win it all right now, when you name it out, I can ask any one of the judges, name your championship contenders right now. Who you think gonna win? Name your top 5. I bet you they won't name the Suns. That's a championship contender. A championship contender will be your top 5 teams who can win the NBA Finals. Suns ain't in that. I guarantee you. And like I said, Chris Paul is great, but OKC, it was a blessing. He had a 3-month layoff period, 4-month layoff period, so injuries didn't catch up. And we know Chris Paul do not finish seasons. We know that with Houston in the past and other places he's been in the past. He doesn't finish seasons, and he always ends up injured. And I worry about that without a break.
That's 1 minute. Sorry to cut you off.
You good?
All right. I tell you what, after that first question, things definitely heating up a little bit here in the second question. We're getting into some actual debate. Gotta love that. Tell you what, these two are ready to go at it, and I'm glad that we're getting to a point where they're starting to warm up a little bit. But Chris, I got to turn it back to you. You have the pleasure of bringing these gentlemen question number 3.
We're
going to Trey. All right, yeah. I remember you said you want to ask a specific question. So Trey, we're going to keep it right there at you. We are going to go with you for number 3.
All right. I guess Cam's going first, correct? Okay, so Kam, which rookie from this class will have the biggest impact on their franchise this year, in year 1?
In year 1, the biggest impact.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Okay, go.
The biggest impact who will have on their team, I think, right out the gate, is LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is really, really, really going to make things easier for those guys, for those marginal guys. And what I mean by marginal guys, I'm not going to say like bad players, but now you talk about somebody like Devontae Graham who had to do it all off the dribble by himself. Now you got LaMelo setting them up. Now he can take spot-up threes. LaMelo makes the game easier for everyone else. And what I mean by that is he may not average the most in scoring, but his assist number is going to be up. His rebound number is going to be up. He's long, 6'7", 6'8". I think he's going to get you around 15 points a night. He's going to be that player that gets you about 15, 5, 8 assists. His rookie year, and I think that's a huge impact. His impact is going to do more than just what's in the stats. He's gonna really, really, really make the game easy for everybody, man, and going to get a lot of easy buckets for people because that's what type of playmaking ability he has. He has like Jason Kidd level passing, and that makes everybody better, and that makes the game easier for players that can maybe create on their own because Charlotte doesn't have that many players like that. So for him to be able to step in right away, take over that point guard role and make things easier for others, I think that'll be a great recipe for Charlotte. I think that he's in a prime position to make a huge impact early on. And if he even comes sniffed close to the playoff with the Charlotte Hornets and get in the bottom, you could possibly see him as a rookie of the year easily, because he's going to have that chance to make that type of impact.
Okay. Jay, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
Prime position. I'm going to use that for you. And you know what? I'm going to pull another one from you. He went to an organization where what can go wrong will go wrong. And that's the problem here. You know, LaMelo Ball, he doesn't have anybody around him to help him out. He's going to go to the Wolves. We know that he's in a bad ownership already. I don't care what Jordan was on the court. We know what he does in the ownership office. Now, on the other hand, you look at Anthony Edwards. And that's where the word prime position comes in. The dude has been drafted to a team that is primed and ready for him to fill the shooting guard role. They got rid of the one that wasn't fitting in Andrew Wiggins, and they moved him in. The guy's 6'5", he's 225. He's going to be able to bang with all the shooting guards in the league. He doesn't have to do much also. That's the best part about this. He has all the talent in the world, and he's not forced to use it like LaMelo Ball will be when he's in Charlotte. Okay, he can actually fit into this offense and capitalize on what his skill set is going to bring to the offense. So I'm telling you right now, mark it, book it down, however you want to write it. That's the rookie of the year. Okay, LaMelo Ball, he's going to struggle his first 2 years. We're going to hear the whole, they shouldn't have went. We're going to hear the whole Jordan, this doesn't play out. This is going to be another one of those bad decisions, and this is going to be another one of those Coach Cam teams where what can go wrong will go wrong. And I've seen it, and I already wrote it out. I mean, what position is he going to play? Are we going to have Terry Rozier playing shooting guard, him playing there? So we're going to have Terry. Are we going to have him guarding the shooting guards and Terry guarding the points? I mean, there's so much uncertainty there when we already know all Anthony Edwards have to do is take out his knife and ice the cake.
Okay. Coach Cam, you have 1 minute to rebuttal. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
When have anything been positive about the Timberwolves? I mean, this is a team that couldn't build around Kevin Garnett, for crying out loud. So when you talk about what can go wrong, will go wrong, Minnesota's right in the middle of that, baby. They're right in the middle of that. And what I mean, and Anthony Edwards, we talk about who can make the biggest impact right now. And for me, it's still LaMelo Ball, because even if you look at it, we going with positionless basketball. It don't matter if you the 2 guard, 1 guard, if you the 3. It depends on if you playing small ball to 4. 1 through 4 is almost interchangeable, especially on the defensive end. Now you talk about LaMelo at 6'8", long. And I think he's going to be a defender like Lonzo when it's all said and done. I just think he's going to make a great impact on Charlotte, man. And don't forget about Gordon Hayward, too. That was a big addition, veteran addition.
That's your 1 minute, Coach Cam. Thank you.
Yep.
Jay, tell me when you're ready.
Hey, I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
I mean, again, man, it comes down to the help. He got Terry Rozier. He got Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward's a shell of himself. Terry Rozier, he needed help. And LaMelo's not gonna. It's not gonna gel well that first year. If you look on the other end, Anthony Edwards is gonna get eased into it. When he's struggling, Malik Beasley's gonna help him out and give him some time off to sit on the bench and reflect. He has people that can score in the prime time position, so he doesn't feel that same pressure. When he gets the ball, he's gonna do what he does. LaMelo is gonna feel the pressure to have to do what he does every time he touches the ball. There's gonna be. I'm telling you, prime position, like you said. I'm going to use your word again, prime position. And that's what happened here. The Minnesota Timberwolves were not supposed to be picking in this draft spot. And they got a gift. And Anthony Edwards is going to reap the benefits. Period.
Okay. Thank you guys both. No, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. None of y'all said Tyrese Maxey. Y'all hating on my Sixers. Okay. Jay, question 4 is coming to you. Now, you look at NFL, times have changed. It's became more of a passing league. You got quarterbacks that can make plays. We know them all. but you got wide receivers that are making some incredible catches. We have wide receivers that are going off. We have impactful wide receivers, generational type wide receivers. My question for you is, who is the best wide receiver right now today in the NFL? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
So seeing as you guys see the hat, you guys notice I'm Arizona everything. We just got a gift, and I'm gonna have to roll my boy, DeAndre Hopkins. It comes down to route running. It comes down to over the top, getting around folks. It comes down to going up and snatching the ball at the highest point. And you can get higher than the man guarding you. So the higher point is higher than his. There's so many different factors. Loving the game, knowing the game, having the will to win. Okay. And you can see it day in and day out with DeAndre Hopkins. Even when Houston, I know the team was going down. I know it was rough in that locker room. And you didn't see it with DeAndre. You didn't see it. He went out there every day and did his thing. Now, this offense right now that I'm watching my boys, they're struggling a little bit. It looks great because we're getting all these yards and stuff, but we still ain't jailed. When DeAndre jails, it's over. You look at all the other ones around the league. They get dinged up. They're missing time. BJ, Donna, Mike Thomas. He ain't been playing this year. Evans, he's getting zoned out because the game is changing and his team is changing. So don't matter where you put him on the field, who's his quarterback. He's proven it year in, year out, and he just got to Arizona. So we're going to have a lot more time to let him shine out here with a nice quarterback. But every year, year in and year out, that is the one. He is the best wide receiver in the game right now, okay? There's no other way around it. I don't know anybody that's even in the same argument as him with yak yards, argument with him with going up and snagging the ball, argument with, hey, the game's on the line, I want it, and we don't need to do no trickery. Throw that ball up. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 on me. I'm getting it, period. We win in the game, So Murray to D-Hop.
Okay, what an answer. Coach Cam, I'm coming to you. Like I said, there are a lot of great wide receivers in the game today. Young ones that are in their prime, even the older ones. Who is the best wide receiver in the game? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm gonna ask a question before I say I'm ready. You talk about today, not like totality. I'm talking about today, like right now.
Today.
Okay, I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
Hey, I'm tired of him not getting his respect. I understand everybody saying he played with Patrick Mahomes, but it's time to put some respect on Tyreek Hill's name. He's more than just like a fast guy. Everybody's saying he's just fast. Like, oh, if he was that fast, like, of course he could get it off. He that fast, but no. His route running is great. Also, he got 13 touchdown catches this year. That leads the NFL. People forget we saw Tyreek Hill make his name with Alex Smith. And what do we call Alex Smith? Check down Alex, right? So, yeah, the fact that he made Alex Smith in this offense, that's when the offense really started to go, when Tyreek Hill started to really emerge as that guy. And what he did Sunday really kind of put it over the top for me. It was originally DeAndre Hopkins, but what Tyreek Hill is doing week in and week out, I understand he has Patrick Mahomes. I get it. But, man, the way he lit up Tampa Bay with 200-plus yards, 3 touchdowns, I mean, he's been doing this year in and year out too. Made big plays in the Super Bowl. He's a champion. He's a guy that you have to account for, and you have to account for him more than just sticking him at the X position. You can move him around. You motioning, the whole defense shifts because Tyreek Hill is going in motion because you have to keep an eye on him. This is a guy where he's taking safeties out of the play completely, and it opens up the whole offense for the run game as well. And that's how you see guys like Le'Veon Bell and Edwards-Helaire get off, because you have to account for him. I mean, and it's taking an extra person away from the defense in the box, and it's just making Kansas City offense really, really, really on another level. So I got Tyreek Hill to what he's doing this year. We talk about right now, I'm going with Tyreek Hill.
Okay, what an answer from both of you guys. Jay, you have 1 minute to rebuttal. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
Again, man. I'm gonna go it again. Prime position. Tyreek Hill's in a great offense. We know what Andy Reid does. We know Andy Reid does his receivers, what they look like under Andy Reid offense, and he has so many weapons. Let's look at his first year in the NFL with Alex Smith, his first couple. Everything was trickery. Everything was here and there. Everything was wide receiver screens, couple yard slants, this and that. Now, as he has Travis Kelce to spread the field, now that he has Sam Watkins to spread the field, now that he has all these other lanes to open up, he's not doubled up. I'm going to tell you one thing. DeAndre Hopkins don't care how many people you put on him. They ain't jumping higher than him. They ain't keeping up with them. And when he put his hand on it, it's a glove. He's going to swallow it. So that's the difference. When we talk about the best wide receiver, I'm not talking about the tools that come along with the team. I'm talking about the best wide receiver. You put him on the field with anybody, any given time, any given Sunday, DeAndre Hopkins, period.
What a rebuttal. Coach Cam, you now have 1 minute. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
When we first came in with Alex Smith, a lot of slants, a lot of trickery, a lot of short passes. You don't catch 75 catches for 1,200 yards with just trickery and slants. Oh, you talk about, Tyreek don't get double. Oh, he gets double. He outruns that coverage. That's what it is. He outruns them safeties. Don't trust me. He gets double. You don't go out there and you single cover Tyreek Hill, because if you single cover Tyreek Hill like the Bucks did, you get what you get. You get 230 yards and 3 touchdowns when you single him up. That's what happens. That's why I say he's the best in the game right now. Like I say, if you talk about overall, I would probably say Hopkins. But we talk about right now, the way he playing, and you also got to look at his route running, man. He can run any route in the tree. Any route in the tree. I look at that as well, too. I'm giving it to Tyreek Hill right now.
Okay, time is up. Thank you guys both.
Wow. Like I said, man, things are heating up, and I tell you what, it's not going to get easier right now. I tell you what, if you thought tensions are high, they're about to get higher. We're here to question 5. Keep in mind, fellas, this could be the difference maker. We could be at a tie right now, and it could all come down to this question. Hell, we could be 4-0. We don't know. What do we know? But
I could be getting smoked.
wait. You can't say what do we know. We're supposed to be the judges. Don't let them know that.
Hey, I mean, we're winging this as we go. No, okay. But I'm telling you, folks, this is definitely a great debate. You guys have definitely both brought it, but I need you to leave it all on this question right here, because this could be the difference maker right here. And so, comes down to this one. Both of you were fans of some NFL teams with, I would say, Jay, you got your Cardinals. They're on the up and coming. Cam, your Bengals. They got a good piece. They finally found their guy to build around. But hey, you know what? Tell you what, all it takes is one guy to start getting moving. But let's talk about that quarterback position. Both of you have young quarterbacks at the age of 23. Which one is going to have the best career at the end of it? Coach Cam, you get the floor. Coach Cam, 2 minutes from Chris Brown whenever you're ready.
Hey,
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
Of course, I'm going to go with my guy. Joey B. I understand he had a devastating injury. But you know what? Joe Burrow had what he showed this year. He showed that he has that moxie. And that he has that swag that kind of pours out throughout the rest of the team. I know our record at the time was maybe 2-6-1, but you couldn't have really told that. By the way, even national media would talk about Burrow, talk about, hey, if we just put a couple pieces together, then the Bengals could be something in a year or two. It was like we was being talked about like almost as a playoff team, and we 2-6-1 just because of one guy. Like Joe Burrow really energized, and brought some positivity towards this organization before the injury. And if you look what he was doing with what he has nothing I'm going to talk about far as the weapons go. I'm talking about far as the offensive line. He was running for his life week in and week out. Still had 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Still graded, Pro Football Focus top 10 quarterback as a rookie. And I'm talking about he was getting better and better each and every game. And, to be honest, if you get, like I say, you get another offensive tackle with Joe Burrow, you're going to see him putting up Tom Brady like stats. That's what type of guy he reminds me of in between the ears. A rookie that can control the line of scrimmage, control the audibles, control the protections. And from his first year, it's kind of remarkable, man. They put all the eggs in that one basket with Joe Burrow, and he was delivering before the injury. And I think he'll come back just fine. Same injury, same surgeon that did Carson Palmer's injury. We do good with ACLs. He'll be fine, and he'll be the best quarterback.
Time is up. What an answer. Jay, I'm coming to you. You have 2 minutes. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Clock starts now.
Man, you always give me a leeway, right way my speech. So one thing, if you're using Carson Palmer's surgeon, that's not a good thing because he couldn't move very much afterwards. So that's definitely not good at the age of 23. But
he couldn't move. Period. Oh, go ahead.
He does his thing. I mean, if you look at his college career, he started off a little slow. He ended up with 4,500 yards the last year. He got the hang of it. Last year, 20 touchdowns. He has 19 as of today. 19 touchdowns as of today. What are we? Week 12? So the dude is progressing, and it's been every single year. These 3 consecutive years, okay? Now, Joe Burrow, again, I'm going to say position. It was a prime position. And I think his college was all about where he was in his system. I think he was a system quarterback, if you ask me. We're going to see that a lot different in the NFL. We see him get hurt because of the way he played out there. I mean, they're going to have to build around him. They're going to have to do a lot. Kyler, we can take chances because we don't have to add the same amount of pieces to make Kyler as good as he is. Kyler's a very good improviser. He can run. He can run away, and he's smart. You know, them sliding things might look like a cop out at the end of the run, but he knows what size he is. He knows he ain't no heavyweight, and he's going to protect that body. He ain't going to have the same type of injuries. Knock on wood. But, you know, the other thing is, on my side, prime position as well. We got the best wide receiver in the game, Coach Cam, the best one. And we have a guy that drafted him. We traded the Rosen one and got the chosen one. Okay. And we did that for a reason. So this dude is going to have the best career. He might be one of the top quarterbacks in the league for the next 10 plus years.
Time is up. Time is up. Coach Cam, you have 1 minute to rebuttal. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready now.
Time starts now.
Well, the reason why I said it was that he has the same ACL surgeons because Carson Palmer came back super, super quick, and he injured his knee in January, and he came back to play the first game of the next year. So that means that's pretty good turnaround time for me. Now, as far as this, I'll go and say is this. I can say with the team that the Cardinals got, I think Kyler Murray underachieving a little bit. Now, if you ask me, you put Joe Burrow out there in Arizona with them weapons in that offensive line, I think they might be 8-3. I think they might be a little bit better than 6-5 where they at. I don't think they lose to the Patriots neither. That's how I put it. I put it like that because Joe Burrow is smooth with it, man. I mean, this guy is smooth with it. Everybody know it. Joe Burrow is he's the one future generation of quarterbacks. And I'm not saying Kyler Murray is bad. You can lump him in with that. But Joe Burrow we put the piece around Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow will win a Super Bowl, and he will win multiple MVPs.
Okay. Jay, last rebuttal. You have 1 minute. The time starts whenever you're ready.
What can go wrong will go wrong. And we already seen it, man. I'm going to use you again, coach. I'm going to use you again. What can go wrong will go wrong, and Burrow's in the wrong. Okay? So at the end of the day, you say what you want about underachieving Kyler Murray. He's progressing, and that's what you want from your quarterback that's this young. Okay? Secondly, you talk about an offensive line. Offensive line is terrible. He makes them look good. He's doing what Chris Paul's finna do to the Suns this year and show you why they are a championship contender. So this is a full circle one. We're going to end it like that. Look, at the end of the day, Kyler Murray is the best prospect of the two. Kyler Murray is the best quarterback now of the two. And Kyler Murray will end the better of the two. Period.
That's how you're going to end it. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I tell you what, for everybody in the comments section, for everybody at home watching this, I can tell you what, on behalf of everybody, I can say you guys brought it. That's for sure. We definitely have a little bit to think about. I tell you that. We may have to step aside here for a little bit. We may keep it live, and as our judges, we may conversate a little bit, see what we can do, see what we can do to find our winner. But until then, we may have to step aside. So, Freddie, if you could roll that intro for us, and then we will be right back after that.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays. Like working your faces. Grace up the field, so time for laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
All right. Man, Madison Ewan, what a great debate. This is going to be a close one, and I tell you what, it was definitely a close one. I tell you what, it came down to the wire, and man, you guys both brought it, so props to both of you. But Chris Brown, I want to give you the floor. I know you want to be the announcer, so feel free to take it away. The floor is yours, my man.
I just No, it was close. This is what I will say, though, before I even break it down. Thank you to you two, because you two put on a hell of a debate.
Amen.
I wanted to cut my screen off because my face was about to make – I felt like watching Stephen A. Max Kellerman. I mean, you two guys were terrific. So from everybody here, I know the fans out there supporting, we say thank you to you all. Well, let's get into what everybody wants to hear. Round one, the first question. Unanimous for the first question goes to Coach Kam. Second question, 2-1 vote for Coach Kam. Third question, sweep for Jay. Fourth question, 2-1 for Coach Kam. And the fifth question was 2-1 for Coach Kam.
Wow.
I will say this though, when we all voted, everybody had it before. When we all voted, everybody had it 3-2. Everybody had theirs 3-2, but the questions we had, each one winning was different. But Coach Kam is the winner for this battle. But Jay,
Jay.
This, like I told you before, and I said in the group chat, this was the best battle. I mean, it was so close. It really came down to the rebuttals.
Jay.
Coach Kam, give you a speech, and I'm gonna say what it came down to.
Man. Hey, no lie, I talk a lot of trash. You know me, I've been talking trash all week, but hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. To be honest, I thought you might have would have had it there for a second, man. But that's definitely good debate, man. Hats off for real. That's a good one.
Man, like Jay, you got any final words?
Yes, man. Yeah, no, it was you guys hyped it up, and Coach Kam brought it, and he made bring it, and it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely great.
It was
definitely
great.
fun.
We all had it scored 3-2. I'm about to get into that. We all had it scored 3-2. Literally, it came down to the last questions, man. Like, this was by far a great battle.
I mean, I don't think Chris can say it any better, man. I tell you what, whenever it came down to it, I mean, you should see our group, man. We've got back and forth between, we don't know who won what ground. We were on a lot of them. It really did come down to the rebuttals, like he said, man. Y'all made some great points, but man, y'all were right back on those rebuttals too. I mean, you two were down each other's throats in the group chat, and man, y'all had it going here. And I tell you what, this is definitely the debate.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why we're talking about a potential double elimination. I mean, there may be people. I mean, Jay, you gotta find your way into another debate, my man.
This for everybody watching. This we're going to have another debate series, and I'll say my scoring because I'll say it on live because this is how close it was. First question, I went to Cam. 2 and 3, I went to Jay. 4 came to Cam, and number 5, it's 2-2, and this is what hit me when he talked about Kyler Murray underachieving, and he talked about putting Burrow on the Cardinals. That's where the tide started to turn. This was so close, and the rebuttal. I went to leave the stream because my face was going. This was so. It really came down to the last final seconds, and it was so close, man.
Chris and I have gave our words. Trey, what did you have to say on this battle, man?
Man, I tell you what, y'all didn't disappoint. I'm glad I get the co-host with Jay on Tuesday night because he makes that show look good. I tell you what, Coach Cam said something, and I'm like, and then I agreed with them, and then Jay came back with a rebuttal, and it got to me, and then like the rebuttal got like it's like I went back and forth.
Switching my answer.
I switched my answer 4 times on question 3. On question 3, I switched it 4 times, but the one that got me was the Joe Burrow. It did just because Joe Burrow doesn't have it, and like you said, Hopkins is the best receiver in the league. He has help. Burrow didn't have anything. He had an offensive line, but they're both going to be good. But both made excellent points. I wouldn't disagree with either one of them. I mean, it was that close for me. I tell you, I'm not lying. 5 times I switched my mind, and I swear.
Hey, I've been in plenty of sports debates. That was probably the tightest sports debate I ever been in because he was. Hey, you came with it. I was like, then you hit me with the what can't go wrong will go wrong.
Your own phrases.
My face couldn't change, but I was like, oh god.
You would have interrupted rebuttal on that one.
I was like, oh.
And that's what I tell you, man. Whenever we were coming up with these questions, we know you two. We know both of you pretty well, and we know where you sit on a lot of things. And so we knew we were going to get a hot one whenever we made these questions.
Yeah,
I mean, we knew exactly. I made the Burrow Kyler question once I found out once I knew I was on the panel for this game. I was like, I knew I had to go there, and then I mean, Chris came up with some of these amazing questions as well. I mean, most of them as well. I mean, it just came down to it really did come down to just very small, minute details, man. I mean, this was even. This was fun to watch. This was a pleasure to be on the panel. I tell you that. By far, hats off to both of you gentlemen, but the ultimate victory to Coach Cam ends up today. So I tell you what, we've reached the finale.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh,
what's up?
I think you were about to say what I was going to say about the championship round.
I was going to say we have reached the finale, and the 3 people are here right now in this call. You're looking at Coach Cam, the newest victor up here, taking down Jay today by a small margin. Myself, who took on Trey and was able to take the victory over there, and Mr. Chris Brown over here, who was able to take on Freddie and take the dub on there. So we have the all ASAP Real Talk finale on the sports debate tomorrow night. And I tell you what, you've seen all 3 of us come out. You've seen people we've gone against. Okay, this hasn't been an easy task for any of us, but now you have ended up with the 3 best debaters, the 3 winners, all coming together for the finale.
I'm telling you now, y'all better bring it because that man in the top left, he gonna bring it.
Yeah.
I can tell you what, we've been shown. We've heard, we have been hearing, but we have finally been shown what can be. That man's been lifting weights all week long.
I know, he's been lifting weights all week. I'm nervous over there.
Hey,
man.
And the underdog, baby. # more than a moderator, baby. I tell you what.
This is no underdog situation. This is no underdog. And I will say this, Real Talk is going live right after. Whoever wins this will have bragging rights for Real Talk.
That's fact.
And best believe whoever wins this will announce it as soon as Real Talk goes live.
That's true. I'm the moderator of Real Talk, and I tell you what, I'm going to get cut off by somebody as soon as it happens if I'm not the winner. I tell you that. But, man, what a debate. I tell you what, I'm glad that this was the finale. I'm glad this was the final straw because, man, we couldn't have ended on a higher note. But tomorrow, it gets put on the bigger stage. It gets put to the finale. Final three, Coach Kam, Chris Brown, and myself, Will Polston, will be there to take on each other for the finale of the debates on Real Talk. And right after that, you will be able to catch an episode of ASAP Real Talks. You guys like us, we're on double duty tomorrow. So we'll just add Freddie to the mix after that. But, man, thank you both so much for even being a part of it. A pleasure to be here on the panel, a pleasure to host. And I'm so glad that you guys got to go at it. Any final words before we head on?
I'm coming for redemption.
Yes.
That's facts.
There will be some more rounds of debates coming soon for the ASAP Network. So be ready.
I think what you saw tonight, and I just want to leave it at this, is Real Talk, because that's more of a debate show, and you can show that with y'all how that makes any sense. Like with y'all debating and everything, it just showed, and instead of just talking about sports, debating, and that's where it's all at, and that's where everyone needs to be at. So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. All three of y'all are at your A game. Jay's right there below y'all. I mean, actually, probably right there with y'all.
Jay's
actually.
Y'all both are. Y'all
Jay
both
right
are.
there. Jay had me sweating.
Yeah, Jay had me sweating as a judge. I tell you.
Like it was like
College one, man. I think that college one got me.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it when this is over. We're definitely stay on. We're definitely going to talk about this because this was great, man. This was great.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That brings us to the end of the Coach Kam versus Jay debate. Congratulations to Coach Kam moving on to the finale. But, hey, congratulations to Jay just for keeping up with it, man. I mean, brought the heat. Tell you what, very entertaining episode, but you will catch us tomorrow. The three men right up here will be in the finale tomorrow night. You can catch us, I want to say, same time, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time to catch us on the finale of the debates for round one of the ASAP Network debates. But until next time, we'll catch you then. Y'all take it.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great eye in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics never the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so type the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.